And we move on to coral knot stitch. Now this stitch is really good for outlines. In particular, I find if you want to do a jagged edge around a leaf shape, as in this Mount Melick whitework, this one is a climbing hydrangea, it looks really good. It's also widely used in Schwalm embroidery. In fact, it's one of the characteristics of Schwalm embroidery, which comes from Germany. This here is coral knot stitch. All the outlines are done in coral knot stitch in Schwalm embroidery. So let's have a go at the actual stitch. Now coral stitch or coral knot stitch is worked from right to left if you're right-handed, and from left to right if you're left-handed. I will show left-handers shortly. So I'm using my crewel needle again, and what I'm doing is I've drawn a line here just in blue which can be washed out later, and I've come up at the end of that line, and I'm going to take my needle down over the thread and under the thread like that, and come up in the loop, so, and it creates a knot. So you can do it all in one action. It might be easier for you to see. So my needle's going under the thread and over this one here. So if you make a sort of sideways U, you can see that more easily. So it's almost like a railway track. You're making little knots along the thread. So let's do that again. I'll try and do it slowly. If I do it all in one go like that, you can see. It's really important that you go over this bottom thread, otherwise you don't make a knot. And you can see how the stitch develops. Now you can do the knots either close together or further apart. I prefer them quite close together. I think it looks nicer, but it depends what you're doing really. So that's the coral knot stitch, and you can go around corners, just carry on, literally follow the line like that. So you can do it as we did to start with in two actions. So take your needle down and then bring it up. Like that, and I'm going to finish this line off. Now I'd like to show left-handers, so I'm just going to start in a different place to do that. So left-handers will stitch from left to right, so I'm starting at the other end of this line here just to show you, and then you want to take your needle down into the fabric on top of the line and up the other side like that, and then make sure that when you pull it through, it goes through the loop. So I'll try and do that again. You can do it in one action, but I'm not sure I can do that left-handed. So go down and then up, and make sure it goes across this bottom thread here. Okay, so I'm just going to finish the line, and then we'll come back and what should we do next? Oh, I think drizzle stitch.